早上好，今天2020年4月1日星期三 ，so today is April Fool Day, right? Full April Day. Now I would like you to translate those subjects for me into English. And because some of the Chinese characters are quite easy, so if you have time, you also can check down the Chinese character. And then the purple challenge will just make one sentence for me and tell me about your favorite subjects, okay? So I will give you like 5 minutes. Okay, you can pause the video and when you finish, you can play it again. So the first one is Chinese, okay? 中文. So as I told you yesterday, so 文 is this toothbrush, okay, so it's more like a written form, okay, so written form of Chinese. 第二个 English, so 英文 the same with written form, okay. 第三法文 French. 第四数学 math. 第五 science 科学 第六历史 history. 第七地理 geography. 第八it's also Chinese, exactly, but it's more what? Speaking form. Do you remember? 汉语. So you see the mouth here. So this is for speaking. And number 9 is also speaking form. 英语. And number 10, 法语. French. 法语. So, my sentence for the purple challenge is 我很喜欢数学地理和英文。我很喜欢数学、地理和英文。I like math, geography, and English a lot, okay, or much. So, how about your purple challenge sentence? Okay, let's move on. So, can you repeat after me? The first one, 中文数学科学地理英文科学 So they are the subjects. So let's play a game. So you will see the picture and you will shout out Chinese, okay? So let's go. First one, 中文英文法文历史科学数学 something wrong, sorry, come back. Last one, 地理 Okay, so there are the pictures. How about the Chinese character? So before we move on to the Chinese character, can we see this question first? 这是什么 Do you remember 这? This is in our starter yesterday. It means this. And 是, do you remember? It's be verb like MRS. 什么 Do you still remember? 什么 is like what are you called? 你叫什么 right? So 什么 it means what? So 这是什么 This is what? So proper English, what is this? So the first one, if you recognize the character 这是什么 This is 汉语 Chinese or Mandarin spoken form. Number 2, 这是什么这是地理 geography. 这是什么这是科学 This is science. Okay, did you see the microscope here? 第四这是什么这是法文 French. Do you see 3 dots as river? and this Eiffel Tower here. 第五，历史 science. Did you see the power here? Yeah, power. And 史 like history, you have to use mouth and toothbrush to, record the history. 历史。这是什么？数学 math. Did you see? You have to count the rice and woman. 这是什么？这是英语 English spoken form. Okay? So, I want you to learn 3 more lessons or subjects. The first one is 德文课. So German is 德文 and 课 is lesson. So German lesson. So as the language is 德文, okay, so the country is actually 德国. So why we call Germany the country 德国, or German as a language 德文, because it's actually from their country. How they call their country, how German call their country, they say Deutschland, okay, and then they call themselves they are Deutsch. So Deutsch, so that's why we have 德文课. So actually it's from how they call themselves, okay, 德文课, 德文. So this one is 音乐课. 音乐课. Do you remember we learned about the 号北, how to say listen to music? Yeah, listen to music is 听音乐, right? So here 音乐 is music, so music lesson, 音乐课. And this one is 电脑课. 电脑课. So 电脑, do you know what is 电脑? Electronic brain. So it's computer. So computer lesson is ICT. Okay, so it's ICT. So now I want you to listen this music again all together, and I want you to jot down 2 subjects. Yeah, one is art and one is PE. So can you listen carefully how to say PE and art in Chinese? Okay, so let's listen to the music together. Okay, so did you jot down? So how to say PE? PE, how to say PE? Yes, 体育. I will find it. So 体育. So 体育 is actually like English. So PE is shortened form of physical education, right? So the same in Chinese. So 体 is physical and 育 is education. So 体育 physical education. So how to say art? So art is this one, 美术, right? Not this one. Yes, 美术. So 美 is pretty or beauty, and 术 is skill. So you make the thing is a skill that you make the things pretty. So 美术. So there are two subjects I want you to know. So basically, these subjects, like we have learned Chinese, English, science, math, geography, history, art, PE, computer, those subjects actually are also the subjects we Chinese students learn in China. And of course, you have like RE and some other like food technology, something more, these kind of subjects we will learn when we will be in year 8. So that's the basic. Now we have to learn about the subjects. Okay, so let's move on. So, question. 你喜欢什么课? 你喜欢什么课? So you like what subject? You like what subject? So can you do the translation? Can you jot down this sentence, English, and then translate into the Chinese character sentence? Okay, so how to say in Chinese, what lesson does older sister like? What lesson does older sister like? So how you will translate this sentence? I will give you 2 minutes. Okay, you can pause. If you're ready, play. So how to say what lesson does older sister like? So in Chinese is 姐姐喜欢什么课? 姐姐喜欢什么课? So older sister, 姐姐, we learned how to write it before, right? 喜欢, very famous, very important. So 喜欢, you also know how to write 什么, what, 课, lesson. So 课, this is the speech radical and it's a fruit, by the side, okay? So 姐姐喜欢什么课? So you answer 我喜欢中文, I like this Chinese as subject, or you say I like Chinese lesson, 我喜欢英文课. So the same, can you translate the sentence into Chinese characters? She likes geography lesson. She likes geography lesson. How to say this in Chinese? Again, 2 minutes. Okay, so 她喜欢地理课. She likes 地理 geography 课 lesson. So 她, do you remember how to write 她? Okay, and 地. Actually, 她 and 地 are quite the same, right? Just different radicals. So 她 is woman radical, 地 is the earth radical, and the right part is exactly the same, like 也 also. So, the homework for this week will be speaking. So I would like you to interview your classmates, your 同学. So you ask your classmate these 3 questions. 你喜欢数学课吗? Do you like math? 你喜欢什么课? What subject do you like? 你不喜欢什么课? What subject you don't like? So you just write down the answer or even their name in English and also the answer all in English, okay? So you can call your friends, call your classmates, of course, who study Chinese with you, and ask them the questions in Chinese and get the answer back, and then note down their answer in English. I think some people probably will have problem, cannot interview your classmates. So in other alternative way is that you can interview your family, but I think you have to ask them in English. That's okay. You can get the answer. For example, like father doesn't like math, and then what subject father likes, it's also okay. And then I will practice speaking with you afterwards, okay? So you have 2 ways. Either interview your Chinese classmates in Chinese, or you can interview your family in English, but I will just ask you to jot down this form. So the last part we will do this is about our homework. Do you remember this homework? So I will read out this letter for you first. 你好，你好吗？我叫明明，你叫什么？我家有6口人，我妈妈、爸爸、2个哥哥和1个妹妹。 我很喜欢我家人，他们很好。我有很多爱好，我非常喜欢打乒乓球，妹妹很喜欢跑步，跑步很好。你喜欢打球吗？我听说英国人都很喜欢踢足球，对不对？中国人都喜欢打篮球。我星期二看电视，星期四玩滑板，星期六看电影。星期四是我哥哥的生日，他今年14岁。你多大？你的生日是几月几日？So this is about this paragraph or this letter. So first one, what do you know about Mingming's family? So I check your answer. Yeah, most of you get right. Like he has 6 people in his family. He has father, mother, 2 brothers, and 1 younger sister. Number 2, what sports does Mingming enjoy? So it's in the first paragraph. He writes like here, 我非常喜欢打乒乓球. So he enjoys very much, she enjoys very much the ping pong. Number 3, what does she ask about English people? So it's in the second paragraph. Yeah, she asks like, 我听说英国人都喜欢踢足球，对不对？ I heard that British all like to play football, isn't it? Okay, so play football. Number 4, what does Mingming do on Saturdays? So the answer is in the second paragraph. 星期六 Saturday 看电影 so watch movie. Number 5, when is her brother's birthday? It's again in second paragraph. 星期四是我哥哥的生日 so on Thursday is my brother's birthday. Okay, and number 6, so can you answer the 2 final questions? So 2 final question is this one. 你多大？你的生日是几月几日？ So these 2 questions. So I would like you to answer in English, in Chinese. So I will have my example, and I believe everybody's answer will be different. Yeah. So the first one, I will answer like 我40岁。I'm 40 years old. 你的生日是几月几日？ So my answer is 我的生日是5月9日。Okay, so it's my birthday. So it's the lesson for today, a little bit longer than yesterday, but it will be our last lesson before the Easter break. So the following 2 weeks will know online sections and also no like teaching, but I'm thinking to assign you some like easy or like more interesting homework. Yeah, like as I mentioned, doing the Chinese dumplings. So I will make the film. How to make the Chinese dumplings, quite easy actually. So if you are interested in it, you can like have some fun in the kitchen, how to make the Chinese dumpling and share with your family. So happy Easter holiday, and I hope that I can see you soon at school. If no, we will continue this online teaching and YouTube teaching. Okay, so 再见, see you.